Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today we're looking at a couple of 2v2 games by RL Scribbles. In this first game he's playing with his teammate Ga. Well, they're in a party, I should say. He's playing with his party mate Ga. And he's up against a couple of players you might have heard of, Zen and Alpha54, who do not appear to be in a party. I don't know if that's just a visual bug or if they did in fact just randomly queue into each other as teammates. Yeah, Zen and Alpha, I've featured plenty 2v2s recently from them. And they're a very tough team to beat. Already Alpha setting up Zen with an air dribble bump assist. Looks like Scribbles got the save on the initial shot there just in the nick of time. Zen was there to put in the open net. Now, the reason I wanted to take a look at some Scribbles replays is, number one, I've not featured him on my channel yet. And number two, there's been a lot of talk recently about North American talent or the lack thereof. Compared to Europe, North America has been kind of using the same players ever since RLCS Season X. There's a couple of new faces here and there. A couple of new players have become old enough to play RLCS since RLCS Season X occurred. But there are a lot more players still sticking around since the RLCS Season X days in North America compared to Europe, where a lot of the older talent, a lot of the older players have been pushed out by the younger and more mechanical generation. Alpha54 is actually one of those players who goes back even way before RLCS Season X, all the way to RLCS Season 7, where he was at the World Championship. And even before then, he was playing through the bubble in Europe. So he's a true example of longevity in Europe. But I think Scribbles is one player who should be looked at. And apparently Gosh should be looked at as well, because that's a very nice little 1v2 play to tie the game. But Scribbles is definitely a player you want to take a look at if you want to see the next gen for North America. He's currently 13 years old, if I'm not mistaken, and he is just on the Twitch grind. You see there, RL Scribbles is his name, and Scribbles with a Z instead of an I. Nice pre-jump there by Zen. Scribbles missing a bit of power on that shot. Looks to try and bait the 50 in the back corner. Zen was able to get a clean touch, but nothing that Ga could not handle in defense. Yeah, you know, I'm not trying to really, honestly, I'm not trying to make this video to talk about EU's stacked talent pool versus NA. I thought it would be cool to put the spotlight on one of the younger players in North America, and I'm sure that there will be more players coming up through the ranks in North America. Because I think NA's in need of some roster changes. I'm expecting there to be roster changes, and I'm hoping that that means young players in NA are going to be given shots, going to be given scrims, going to be given tryouts for some of the big teams, and the change of the guard will, I think, bring NA back into a more competitive environment relative to the rest of the world. I mean, already very competitive, but could be even more so. The Scribbles and Ga holding their own here. More than that, they're actually doing very well against Vitality's Alpha Zen. That's not the shot that Scribbles was expecting, though. Zen just hits it slowly behind him. And with Ga still respawning, there is no way for Scribbles to save the 1v2 play. Big kickoff win there for Scribbles. Ga testing Alpha's goalkeeping. Alpha will save that towards Zen. If you've been watching any of Zen and Alpha's 2v2 play, you'll know that they like to be as aggressive as possible. They often concede many goals, but they do score a lot of goals as well. And it's a very entertaining thing to watch. Scribbles and his teammate Ga here no doubt ran into many a 2v2 team from Europe who are over there in NA for the Boston Major preparation. I don't think I've actually mentioned it until now, actually. This is when these games were played, unless it was obvious by the ping. It wasn't obvious by the ping. Yeah, pre-Boston Major games here that I didn't get a chance to look at until now. Scribbles shut down by Alpha. A big ball chase move there by Alpha. That's just creating space for Zen, who's now looking for the sidewall double. Misses it. Alpha backed off to the corner, so it's going to be a free play for Scribbles. Looking for the fake with a flip reset. Alpha just plays ball. Ga with a big hit into the back corner. Scribbles trusting Zen, at least for now, then commits afterwards. And that was almost a disaster with Ga and Scribbles both playing the same ball. Looks like Zen and Alpha were committed, though. That was extremely ambitious by Alpha. Zen will get back and deny Scribbles the third goal for himself and his teammate here. Ga double tap backwards, having to play this one safe. Now a little defensive pinch gets him out of trouble for now, but they've got a long way back if they're going to still score 2 goals and win this game. Now that's the aggression that Scribbles and Ga need. Huge positioning by Ga there. Scribbles with a monster dunk, and Ga was already advanced to the far side of the pitch to accept the infield pass. Scribbles with the pinch shot. It's going to be far too slow, but Zen and Alpha back down, showing respect for it. It's really good patience there by Scribbles. Zen would have definitely frightened a lot of players in that position. Scribbles not one of them. Now Ga and Scribbles on the counter-attack in a 2v1. Ga going to play it himself. It's into the bar. Both Vitality players dive and miss, and we have a tie game. Again, huge plays by Ga in offense as they bring it back to a 4-4 score. Scribbles and Ga did try one sneaky demo kickoff earlier. None since then. Ga with an air dribble at the near post. Oh, what a reset. He's gone solo here. We're going to need to take a look at that from his perspective because this is a monstrous shot. Ga going huge. I know this video is about Scribbles, but check this out. How on earth has he lifted it that high over the top of Zen of the near post? Phenomenal stuff. Hope you guys don't mind the brief rewind there because I just had to take a look at that one again. Brilliant shot. So difficult to get the lift on those kind of flip resets from close range. Ga pulls it off against the Spring Major champions. Now Scribbles with a bit of a greedy play there. Gets dunked on, but Ga's there to help him out. They've both played a fantastic game here. Scribbles with the wall shot. Misses the open net just by a fraction. Now here come Vitality. Scribbles lunging into the net. There's no challenge. Somebody's got to go. Alpha with the close range shot. Scribbles wanted Ga to go. Ga wanted Scribbles to go. They got a bit confused, and that miscommunication has cost them the 1-goal lead, which now needs to be worked on again. Scribbles, not a lot of boost. Looking to stay on this. Doesn't want to give Zen a free touch, and it will go into overtime. That's a good result given the position they were in. It's a very good result given the position they're in. A close cheat completely crushes Vitality. I think Vitality also played a very close cheat here. We can take a look back at the position Zen ended up in. Yeah, he ended up underneath Alpha, in fact. He tried to play the ball, but Alpha was accidentally in the way. And I mean, that's the danger of being so close to the ball. You can get blocked by the chaos that often ensues from the kickoff. But well played, Scribbles and Ga. Monstrous offensive game there by Ga. And Scribbles and himself clearly have a lot of synergy, even beating Zen and Alpha in stunning fashion. Let's take another look at the game though. Instead of Scribbles versus Zen, let's take a look at Scribbles playing with Zen. Okay, here we are with the second game, Zen and Scribbles. We're on Scribbles POV once again, and full transparency, this game did happen before the one that we just saw there. It was a different day, so this is, I think, this might actually be the first game. I'm not 100% sure. It's definitely the first game on the ball chasing database where Scribbles has ran into Zen, has him as a teammate, but I don't know if it was actually the first game that he had Zen in his team. The actual first game in this video, I thought I would put that one first because it was a really, really interesting game. I know some people fall asleep watching my YouTube videos, so if there's one game that you wanted to see out of these two, yeah, make it the 6-5 against Vitality. But now we've got more young talent. This is an interesting matchup, not just because we've got Scribbles playing with Zen, but also Fast, another young player in North America who's, I think, a player to watch. Making a very interesting follow-up play there. Scribbles looks like he's a more defensive player overall, but a mechanical defensive player, following in the footsteps of many a mechanical monster who likes to sit back, wait for space to develop, and then make a play on the ball. Lots of players in North America like that, so definitely in good company. Looking to offload the ball to Zen there, who's just a bit too far back. Now Scribbles there expected a rush play from the opposing team. He decided to do that himself as well. Now high angle double tap. Looks like Gooder's got it covered. Nice adjustment mid-air there by Scribbles' opponent. It was going to be a very difficult shot, but always best to respect the tight angle double taps above all else in high ELO. And Zen going to make a solo play. He's got two players to beat. Again, Gooder adjusting mid-air and following the ball to the backboard. Scribbles offloading to Zen in the middle. Zen unable to get on the end of that as it does follow Gooder too closely. Looks like Zen didn't expect Scribbles to be there. Looks like it's not going to matter. Zen on the breakaway catches Gooder and Fast out of position. Yeah, almost a bit of a tangled near post play there by Scribbles and Zen. Worked in their favor. Sometimes that can happen, especially in 2v2 when both players look like they're uncomfortable. The opponents might overextend, thinking they've got the opportunity, thinking it's their ball to play, and before they know it, it goes the other way. Zen actually missing an overhead there. Looks like he might have been trying to redirect it into his own corner. Knowing him, I would not be surprised. That's not the clear that Scribbles is looking for either. A bit closer to Zen would have been fine. A bit harder over the top of Fast's head would also be fine. He accidentally hits it softly. Zen still going. Got the reset and the setup, and Scribbles is there for the shot, but nice save there by Fast. Zen got it past the defense. Scribbles denied by the goalkeeper. It's a fantastic pre-jump by Scribbles there, but Fast intercepts before anything can really get started. Zen in an awkward position. He's tracking Gooder the whole way though, and now Scribbles has a free shot on net. Fast is going to be equal to it by the looks of things. Scribbles blocks it towards Zen, who slots for 2-1. And it looks like that's going to be the main method of attacking for these two, just trying to make solo plays, followed up by quick aerial shots on net, or low shots on target. Low aerial's the term I'm looking for, that's the word. I'm trying to remember, there's definitely terminology on ball chasing that often comes to mind. Ground, low aerial, high aerial, the three different levels. I believe low aerial counts for anything at crossbar height and below. You obviously do have to jump above regular jumping height to get that, using a bit of boost. Scribbles definitely just looking more and more comfortable as this game goes on. If this was the first time that he saw Zen in a lobby, I feel like that would make sense, because when you run into a player that you're familiar with but you've never played with before, I feel like it's even more nerve-wracking when they're in your team than when you're against them. That might just be me, but I don't really mind running into content creators at my level in the opposing team, but when they're my teammate, I really want to try and do the best I can for them, and that can, I think, make it even more difficult. With a minute to go, Scribbles really getting into the game now. Zen and himself are dealing with the majority of shots, and I think maybe just conceding one opportunity that I didn't like the look of. Nice little double tap there by Zen to keep the ball in the back corner. Gooder intercepting early, but Scribbles following Fast the entire way. And that's not the best clear by Zen. He invites Scribbles back into the play, and it looked like it might be an awkward pre-jump, but Scribbles handled it well. 40 seconds to go. Mind game by Zen. The shot denied by the post. And an orange trail as well, so it looks like it might have clipped the defender. Scribbles there covering the infield pass. It doesn't end up going that way. And you can tell that these two have not played with each other all that often, if ever, because at times Scribbles expects Zen to go for the ball, Zen doesn't. At times Zen expects Scribbles to be backing off and Scribbles is going. And that's normal, especially cross-region matchups. EU, South America, Middle East, NA, all these regions do play 2v2 very, very differently. That being said, they've got the job done if they can hold on for another 3 seconds. Scribbles having to fill the blanks for the most part of this game, letting Zen work his magic, and that is exactly what's happened. A defensive game, 5 saves for Scribbles, but a couple of goals for Zen proved to be enough to put away Fast and Gooder. Like I said at the start of this video, or early in this video, there's Scribbles Twitch if you want to check him out. It's RL Scribbles, Scribbles spelled with a Z instead of an I. Yeah, definitely one of the players to watch coming out in North America right now. So is Fast, actually, funnily enough. I didn't actually know that he was going to be in this lobby. When I looked at this replay, I didn't even look who was in the orange team. I saw Scribbles playing with Zen. I thought that sounds interesting. But yeah, there are lots of upcoming players in North America. I think it's just a matter of time before NA starts to nurture that new talent more. I think it's becoming apparent that it appears, at least to me, to be the difference between NA and Europe at the top level. More players clinging onto relevancy in NA compared to EU, where bad couple splits, bad season, you're gone. You're replaced by a mechanical player. So let's see how the next transfer window goes for NA. I'm expecting lots of changes. Scribbles is going to need to wait a while. I think he's still 13, so he's going to need to wait a while, stay on the grind before he could play. But yeah, that's just more time to improve, more time to get on the grind, more time to be even better by the time that he's old enough to play RLCS. Yeah, shout out to the players who uploaded these replays and ball chasing. Always a pleasure to tune into high-level ranked games. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. That's all we've got time for right now. But take care. Thanks as always for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.